Hi, I'm Tim Tuller, Canon for Music at St. John's Cathedral, with a couple words about the music for this Sunday, May 25th. This Sunday, I'm going to be playing 3 organ pieces by the 20th century English composer John Ireland. He lived from 1879 to 1962 and is very well remembered as a wonderful composer, not only of choral music and organ music for the church, but also piano music, songs, and some wonderfully regarded chamber music as well. So he wrote in a lot of various different genres and was acclaimed in all of them. He also wrote a wonderful piano concerto that used to be very popular, especially in England, but it's not been performed too much in recent decades, unfortunately. It's a wonderful piece. The prelude is entitled Elegiac Romance. And this piece starts out very quietly with a wonderful tune played in C minor. And this piece in general from beginning to end really showcases Ireland's incredible gift for melody. So there's always a wonderful melody at every step of the way. And the piece starts out quietly and it gradually builds and builds and builds till a huge central section with full organ and massive chords, and then it backs off again, quiet, and subsides until a hushed ending. Pieces like this that start out very quietly and crescendo to a huge climax and then back off again or quiet at the end were very common with English composers throughout the most of the 20th century. And I think the reason is they make that sort of shape of piece really makes for very effective preludes for sacred services. And that's what a lot of these composers are writing for. And so it makes for a very effective prelude. The offertory anthem this Sunday is a piece, it's actually an arrangement of a hymn that's in our hymnal, hymn 699, Jesus, Lover of My Soul. Now, we've sung this as a hymn many times in church. It is a Welsh tune entitled Aberystwyth, and the tune actually occurs a couple places in our hymnal. We have it, like I just mentioned, at hymn 699, Jesus, Lover of My Soul. There's also an Advent version, Watchmen Tell Us of the Night, that we usually sing during Advent. Different words, but the same Welsh hymn tune. And that is what this choral anthem is based on. It was arranged by the 20th century English composer Richard Henry Coleman. He lived from 1886 to 1965. And he was especially remembered as the organist for several decades at Peterborough Cathedral in England. The arrangement is very simple. It starts out with an organ introduction, then unison choir accompanied by the organ, and then there's a section for choir alone, 4-part choir, and then the organ comes back in and each verse kind of builds up in intensity. And then he ends it with a lovely little postlude on the organ, a few measures of organ at the very end. And I think that portion is probably my favorite part of the entire anthem. It's very effectively written. You could tell that Coleman really knew the organ very well, being an organist himself. The postlude is entitled Alla Marcia by John Ireland. It's another one of the 3 organ pieces of his I'm playing on this Sunday. And as its title suggests, it's a march. It's a 4-part stately march that it really showcases Ireland's harmonic palette and his use of harmony very nicely. It's a very effective piece, simple but effective piece. And I'm also playing a little piece entitled Sursum Corda at Communion. And as the title suggests, again, this piece was intended to be played during communion. It's very melodic and meditative. I hope you enjoy the music this Sunday.